So, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Tech Room podcast. Today we are talking about animation, and we have the biggest, brightest mind in the industry. He'll introduce himself.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Let me blow the trumpet for you.
Among many animators.
Yeah.
Among like in Kenya alone, we are like over 1,000 animators only. It's just a small industry.
Yeah.
That started in 2010, more or less, with one of the pioneers in 3D animation called Vick Mure. So currently, I would say, let me just thank you for the introduction, and thank you for one day I'll be the biggest, each 5 years or 10 years from now. But for now, I'm just a simple guy who does his job very well.
Do you know, if you're saying there's only 1,000 in a country that has 55 million people, that's like one in one. Okay, my numbers are not right. Anyway, let's move on. Ideally, what I'm saying is you're big in your own right.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'll take that. Thank you.
You'll take that. Okay. So, about what, like I said, we were talking about career opportunities in this digital age, because we have very many opportunities coming up and different jobs coming up with this in this new digital age. So, what in animation, what is the one thing you think will stick in the coming 5 years?
Coming 5 years.
Yes.
So coming 5 years, let's look at back behind, 5 years behind, right? So as of 2018, 2019, the gaming industry alone in AR and VR, right? We're talking about an 8 billion Kenya shillings industry. Flash forward right now, last year 2023, the AR and VR is at $23 billion in the world. That's how big it is, right? So when you talk about animation in the next 5 years, my hope is we will have at least one animation movie in Africa, in Kenya, not in Africa, in Kenya.
In Kenya specifically,
a full film, feature film production of 3D animation. That's my hope. And I hope I'll be the one spearheading it.
Manifesting.
As you can imagine, something like Inside Out. Right? Inside Out, I think it hit its first billion within a weekend.
Really?
Dollars. Yeah, in revenue. So you can imagine how much of that is going back to the economy.
Yeah.
So I will say there's a big opportunity. If you're a creative, you're a graphic designer, it's time for you to jump into animation.
Yeah. Come out and make billions of dollars. Yes. So there's advancements in AI and robotics, and how would you, robotics aside, just AI and machine learning, how are you adopting it in the animation industry?
The animation industry. I had a quote, and it was a very funny quote. I have 99 problems, but AI is not one of them. So the reason being is, just like back in the day when computers started coming in, like Walt Disney, the Mickey Mouse was the first animation that was ever produced.
Yes.
And the first CGI was Toy Story. So when you think about the disparity in terms of time, there were no computers then. And then when computers came in, guys were like, the traditional 2D artists were like, oh my goodness, our job is about to be taken away. But what they didn't realize is, well, some did, is that if you match the two, you get something beautiful.
Yes.
So the same thing with AI right now. So if you try and fight it, it's here to stay. Unfortunately, it's making life easier and everything. So, for example, in our production pipeline as a team, what used to take like 2 months of production right now only takes a week. Right? We use mock-up suits. We use mock-up data. So ideally, it's just someone just wearing a suit, and then it captures that movement data and you transfer it to animation. Very simple, quick and easy. So I would say the role of AI is supportive. It's a very supportive role. If used right, can make your life very easy. But on a large scale, we've seen we've seen companies like Blue Sky closing down. Why? Because being bought by Disney, yes. There's that aspect of it, yes. But a lot of people are losing their jobs. Cartoon Network shut down.
Yeah, that's so
Really
sad.
broke my heart,
Yeah.
right? So you can imagine the role of AI in animation in the creative industry. Yes, it has its perks, but at the end of the day, guys are also losing jobs.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a company. Is it a physical company or is it remote?
It's fully remote.
It's a fully remote
company, yes.
Yes. So I want to talk about that remote. People, it's advised, of course, for companies to be flexible and dynamic to allow both remote work and physical. So how, when you're advertising for jobs and looking for people to join your company, for someone out there who's trying to land a remote job, how would you tell them to package themselves?
Well, I don't know about other people. I'll just tell my story.
Yeah.
Right? So my very first job, I got it. It was a remote job. It was from Texas. It's one of the biggest real estate agencies in Texas. And how they found me is by me sharing my work.
Yeah.
Right? I was just talking to them, hey, just as we are wrapping up this project, I'd like to know how exactly you found me, and if it's something that I can build upon. And they were like, a friend of mine just showed me a clip of what you did, and they were like, this is very impressive. And that's how I got it. So I know, you see where I'm trying to insinuate, right? That you need to start sharing your jobs. It not necessarily means that you use clients' projects to showcase. You are a creative. Be creative. Come up with a random brief, right? That, for example, doing an ad, just post it, or just a clip of what you do, and the behind the scenes of how you do it. Yes, because people tend to trust you more if they see you working.
Okay. So one last question. Regulations and policies. Have you been affected by any regulations in Kenya?
I try and shy away from a lot of politics.
And this is a subspace.
I try and shy away from a lot of
or has
politics.
it in a way derailed?
I would say, number one, taxes are just taxes, right? And well, the government is trying its best. That's what we say. But what I do know is this the 2024 bill. They are trying to create a guild, a creative guild. It's kind of disappointing in a way because this creative guild is now putting everyone under one roof. But I wish someone told them that the creative field has multiple disciplines. For example, you cannot how you charge for 3D animation will not be the same on how you charge for 2D animation. But all of them are being tasked the same. So in a way, it's detriment to the growth of the creative economy. But at the end of the day, they are trying to create a guild. It wasn't there before. So just by them taking that first step is a step in the right direction. But I honestly wish they had a lot of creatives. They had talks with a lot of creatives who are actually here with us on the ground to understand how everything is categorized. I'll take, for example, the KFCB. So they have the Kalash Awards. But you see, in the film, there's short film, there's full feature film, there's comedy, and they also have a category. Exactly. And they also have a category where there's the mobile competition of film production, right? But when you come to the creative side, it's just one animation. Right? How the same effort, you can't quantify an effort where you have what we call this stop motion with graphic design, with motion graphics, and at the same time with 3D animation and 2D animation. All these are different disciplines. I wish there was a category 3D animation, 2D animation, but there's none. So maybe my only call to action to anybody watching out there, especially the government, is I sincerely wish that we as creatives are consulted about these issues.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? I feel like my questions have been answered and maybe we can talk more about something else.
At the moment,
I ambushed you. Okay.
Yes. It was a good ambush. I hope I've answered to the satisfactory of what you're
Yes.
expecting.
Yes. And it was a pleasure meeting you and having you here. We should have you at our offices where we can give you water and juice and some lunch. And especially lunch.
So
So thank you so much for this episode.
you're most welcome.